Welcome to today's MJ News Digest, February 1, 2021. Here are today's headlines. Attorney General slams Sony. Clive Davis and Chance the Rapper love MJ. Harrison Funk needs our help. MJ at this year's Superbowl halftime show and new MJ Las Vegas show. So, our first story is from a tweet from Charles Thompson, hello Charlie, who says yesterday the Californian government issued a press release saying it's joining a fraud suit against the world's biggest celebrity estate, that's the MJ estate, and Sony. And so this is regarding the court case regarding the fake songs on the Michael album. So this is from the Attorney General's web site, Xavier Baraka, Attorney General. Attorney General Baraka calls on California Supreme Court to uphold false advertising law. This is big news for the court case. So I think this is going to have major implications for the court case. So California Attorney General Xavier Baraka called on the California Supreme Court today to stop companies like Sony from evading false advertising laws. In an amicus brief filed in the case, Sarova versus Sony Music Entertainment, Attorney General Baraka asked the state Supreme Court to reject Sony's interpretation of the First Amendment related to false advertising. Sony's overly broad interpretation of the First Amendment fails to protect consumers, that's us, by enabling companies from a wide array of industries to make false or misleading claims about their products. Sarova versus Sony Music Entertainment was filed in 2014 as a class action suit against Sony by a Michael Jackson fan, alleging that 3 songs on Michael, a posthumous Michael Jackson album, weren't actually performed by Michael Jackson. Sony and the Jackson estate dispute that allegation, but rather than giving the plaintiff her day in court, Sony moved to dismiss the lawsuit on First Amendment grounds. Sony argues that it can't be held liable because it didn't record the tracks itself. Rather, it purchased them from other producers and didn't know whether or not the songs were actually performed by Michael. Dear me. Sony argues that even if Jackson didn't sing the songs, purchasers who relied on that claim have no remedy under California false advertising laws. Oh, it's disgraceful, isn't it? Attorney General Baraka argues in the brief that Sony's argument would have broad, absurd consequences. It would mean that sellers could escape false advertising liability anytime they resold goods produced or manufactured by another. So it opens the door, really, for Sony to sell more Michael Jackson albums that don't actually contain any Michael Jackson vocals. Attorney General Baraka is committed to protecting consumers against false advertising. As I said, this has huge implications for the court case, and we will watch for more developments. Good news. Okay, so over on allaccess.com, Clive Davis PreGrammy virtual gala makes a transition to cyberspace. Clive Davis's traditional PreGrammy gala nights, a benefit for music cares, got underway tonight, and even though virtual, it was the hottest ticket in town, with invites and links going out earlier this week. So what has this got to do with Michael Jackson? Well, you'll see there is a Michael Jackson reference here. Clive presented a clip of Frank Sinatra singing New York, New York to open the memorable live performance portion of the show, followed by Michael Jackson's historic moonwalking Billie Jean at Motown 25 and his first live interview with Chance the Rapper, whom he quizzed on his love of all things Jackson. He says, "It shaped my childhood. It was probably my first exposure to music," Chance said of Michael's legacy. Now, what I find interesting about this is that last year the Grammys absolutely didn't want to go anywhere near Michael Jackson, and although this isn't the Grammys per se, this is Clive Davis's traditional pre-Grammy gala, it's just good to see Michael Jackson and the Grammys mentioned positively in an article. So thank you very much, Clive Davis, and thank you, Chance the Rapper. On to some sad news. This is from Harrison Funk. He set up a GoFundMe page. So Harrison Funk worked extensively with Michael Jackson as Michael's personal photographer, and unfortunately Harrison's had to set this fundraiser up to help him during his treatment after COVID. So he says, "Hello, my name is Harrison Funk. I'm an international known photographer. I was diagnosed with COVID-19 during Christmas week 2020 and spent 10 days in hospital. Despite aggressive treatment, the virus gave me pneumonia and it severely damaged my lungs to where I now require oxygen therapy. It may take many months to overcome the effects of this horrible virus and get back to my normal way of life. Medical bills along with normal living expenses continue to mount up and I cannot work until I get a portable oxygen compressor and accessories." And he goes on to say that he's also moving in March, so that's obviously going to dentist finances as well. He's adding various incentives. If you donate $500, you can receive an 8x10 signed print from his archive, and you can choose your own image. And there are various other incentives here, but it doesn't matter if you can only afford to donate $1, and everything is appreciated. Harrison is out of hospital, he's back home, but obviously he's facing huge medical bills, and he needs this portable oxygen compressor. So if you can help, please do consider heading over to his GoFundMe page. I will link this in the description below. And we'll just take a moment to have a look back at some of the iconic images that Harrison and Michael Jackson collaborated together on. This is from Harrison's own website. I will link this in the description below. And on to our next story. This is from Z100, the craziest Super Bowl bets. So obviously the Super Bowl is coming up. I think it's the 7th of February, and The Weeknd is performing during the Pepsi halftime show, and The Weeknd is a big Michael Jackson fan. But what crazy bet involves Michael Jackson? Well, let's have a look if we just scroll down here. Where is it? Here we go. So will Michael Jackson's hologram perform during halftime show? And I thought, well, where has this come from? Why are people betting on whether Michael Jackson's hologram is going to perform during the halftime show? I haven't seen any rumours or heard anything, but as I said, The Weeknd is a big Michael Jackson fan. He talks a lot about Michael Jackson's inspiration. I hope there isn't going to be a hologram. Do you remember the Justin Timberlake Prince so-called hologram? It was just like a film projection on a purple sheet, absolutely horrendous. But of course, Beyonce did include Michael Jackson's influence during her performance, so it'd be nice to see The Weeknd doing something like that. Something to look forward to. So on to other news. This is from Las Vegas Review Journal, and this was at the end of a Celine Dion article. It says here, MJ The Evolution is set to be the only Michael Jackson tribute show performing in Las Vegas. The new production is moonwalking towards a March the 6th opening at Mosaic on the Strip. Evolution has played to a socially distant crowd of frontline health workers last week and should ramp up rehearsals next week. Michael Firestone and Daniel Atanasio are cast as two of the three MJs in the show, with a younger Jackson from the earlier days of the Jackson 5 still to be picked. Kind of sounds like it might be a bit like the Thriller production in London. The show runs in three parts: Youthful MJ, Career Prime Thriller MJ, and later Black or White MJ. The show is loaded with former members of MJ Live, including Firestone and music director guitar great Christian Brady. It then goes on to say this is a real show with a total of 15 cast members, with an 8-member dance troupe of 4 men and women. Co-producer and venue operator Dean Coleman of SPR and Promotions is running the show at a loss for a 50-person audience, wagering it will turn a profit once COVID subsides. I haven't heard of this before, but did a little bit of research, if you want to call it research, and they have an official website, and the website's quite good actually. So this is MJ The Evolution. I'll link this in the description below. MJ stage show. It says that it will capture Michael Jackson's spirit, and the spirit is channeled through the vibrant energy of the talented cast and performers, underscored by LED screens and video footage interaction, dancing and vivid choreography. Each of our Michael Jackson impersonators are considered to be some of the best in the world, starting with our youngest from the J5 era through Off the Wall, Thriller and Bad. MJ The Evolution has assembled some of the most talented engineers, producers, musicians and technicians and production crew in the entertainment business to capture every moment. So it looks like the show's split into 6 acts and there are 15 hit songs. Thought there would have been more. Jackson 5, it mentions ABC, Ben, The Love You Save. Let's have a look at these acts. So Jackson 5 is Act 1, Act 2 is Off the Wall by the looks of it, Act 3 is Thriller, Beat It, PYT, Act 4 is Billie Jean, The Dance, The Moves, Act 5, Dirty Diana, Sexy, The Story, And Act 6 is Smooth Criminal, The Lean, the effects. It says the lighting effects create the perfect illusion. And the show's finale is Man in the Mirror, Life is but a Reflection, and Make That Change. Interesting that they're using quite a lot of Michael Jackson officially licensed photographs. I wonder what the estate think about this. But then if they're using Michael Jackson's music, I guess that the estate would have had to have approved this. Anyway, on their website they have the MJ The Evolution Sizzle Reel, the complete Michael Jackson tribute show, and the thumbnail there shows Jermaine Jackson, which is interesting. We'll get to that in a moment. Let's just scroll down the page and see if there's anything else here. It just looks like photos of the cast members. There's the J5 MJ. It looks from the photos like it's going to be quite a good quality production, although it looks quite a small production if that's the stage. Let's scroll up and have a little bit of a look at this sizzle reel, if it will play. It'd probably be a bit choppy, but there we go.
The man, the music, the legend.
The man, the music, the legend. Okay, so straight away it looks like it's going to be... It doesn't look like there's a lot of money spent on this production, certainly not Cirque du Soleil standards, but it's a new Michael Jackson tribute show, and there's Jermaine. I think this show will be a major hit. Something to look forward to if you're in Las Vegas, especially during this COVID era. Okay, on to our YouTube recommendation of the day. This is a Michael Jackson reaction video from Vocal Splendor Studios. There are loads of Michael Jackson reaction videos on YouTube at the moment. This is Voice Teacher reacts to Michael Jackson Gone Too Soon live from the Clinton inauguration 1993. A really nice video. It shows the entire performance and also a really lovely heartfelt reaction afterwards. Of course, I will link the video in the description below so you can watch it in full, but I will play a little bit of it now. I think her name is Valerie. Take it away, Valerie.
That got me. When I heard his voice break, it made me cry too. Yeah, because, you know, the older you get, the more loss you have. And he felt that. He felt that death from Miss...
And that's it for today's MJ News Digest. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please like, comment and subscribe because the best is yet to come.